So, hello everyone. I'm Oksana Leonidovna Beskorovina, and today we are going to discuss modal verbs. I should say that it is one of the most complicated topics in the English language. It requires a lot of practice, but I hope that at the end of our lesson you'll be more confident using modal verbs. Yeah? So, let me share the screen and we will start. Verbs, yeah? And it's better to start with the plan, yeah? As General Patton said, a good plan for today is better than a perfect one tomorrow, yeah? A good plan today, yeah, is better than a perfect one tomorrow. George Patton was a general at the American Army, and he became very famous during the Second World War. So, what we are going to talk about today? First of all, we should remember the definition. We should remember some general information about modal verbs. What are they? Yeah. Then general rules of modal verbs, and then we will talk about three groups of modal verbs. The first group has the meaning of ability and possibility. The second group means obligation, obligation and necessity. Yeah, and the third group, advice and suggestions. At the end of the lesson, we'll recap everything, and I will be happy to answer your questions. By the way, feel free to ask questions during the lesson. Yeah. So, what are modal verbs? Let's start with the first question. What do you remember about modal verbs? How can we define them? Who can answer the question? Mikhailo. Modal verbs, what are they? I think we should start by saying that they are special kind of helping verbs. Yes? They help main verbs to express the meaning, to express the mood of the subject, and at the same time, they indicate ability, possibility, permission, obligation, prohibition, and so on and so forth. Yeah? So they are special kind of helping verbs. The definition in Cambridge Dictionary says that a modal verb is a verb used with another verb to express an idea such as possibility that is not expressed by the main verb. Yeah? And the core modal verbs, or the most common modal verbs, are can, could, may, might, so you can see them. Yeah? So, speaking about modal verbs in general, can you think of any rules that apply to all modal verbs? Can you think of any rules that apply to all modal verbs? Якісь загальні правила, так? Які...
Grammar rules, so
Так, yes,
числові правила.
Yeah, some grammatical aspects, yeah, some grammatical rules. What are they? Can you think of any of them, Misha? What should we remember while using modal verbs? Almost all of them. What should we remember? Yeah? Let me help you. So the first general rule is the following. Modal verbs are followed by infinitives without to. They can play football. Play is an infinitive, but we don't use to before it. If we replace can with the verb they want, then we need they want to play football. But as we're using modal verb can, we don't need any to. They can play football. Yeah. You may use my phone. Use is also an infinitive. Yeah. I want to use your phone. You may use my phone. I couldn't buy any bread because the baker's was closed. Yeah. Again, no to. So this is the first rule. Yeah. Modal verbs are followed by infinitives. Infinitive. Do you remember in forms of infinitive in the Ukrainian language? Пам'ятаєте? Малювати, читати, писати, грати. да? Оце спільне «ти», да? That unites Ukrainian infinitives, да? And in English, all infinitives go with to, yeah? But when we speak about modal verbs, we don't need to. This is the first grammar rule. The second, who remembers the second grammar rule? There are three of them, by the way, yeah? Magical number 3. Таня Прилуцька, can you think of the second rule?
A second, you may use my phone, you might to use my phone. Тобто там не потрібно використовувати
Так, we've already discussed it. Yeah, we've already discussed it. What else? What else is common to all modal verbs? What else is typical to almost all modal verbs? Що ще об'єднує? Що ще ми можемо сказати?
Об'єднує те, що ми не використовуємо ту, ті.
Правильно, you are right. We've already mentioned that. Так, ми вже про це згадали. Що ще? А ще, напевне, те, що modal verbs do not change their forms according to tense. Не змінюють форму в залежності від часу. Так? This means that modal verbs do not get any endings. They do not get S ending, ed ending, ing ending. They do not get, yeah? So they don't follow tense rules like other regular verbs, yeah? My sister can play the piano. My sister plays the piano. We have S because my sister is the third person singular, but my sister can play the piano. We don't need S. I might eat pizza, yeah? We don't add will, yeah? Auxiliary will, like in the future, yeah? I will go to a restaurant, but I might eat pizza, yeah? It may happen to anyone, yeah? We can't add ed ending to modal verbs. So this is the second rule. The second rule, modal verbs do not change their forms according to tense. However, some modal verbs have substitutes, so-called замінники, да, for different tenses or meanings, just some modal verbs. I'm sure you remember such modal verb as can. In present it is can, in past could, and in the future will be. Very similar situation is with modal verb must. In the past we use had to, not must. In the future will have to. Modal verb have to has a separate form for the third person singular, has to, and for the past it is used like had to, and future will have to. But these are substitutes. Це замінники. А самі модальні дієслова не змінюють свою форму. According to tense, в залежності від граматичного часу. So, this is the second rule. The first rule. Modal verbs are followed by infinitives without to. The second rule. Modal verbs do not change their form according to tense. And the third rule that can be applied to almost all modal verbs is the following. In negative and interrogative sentences, modal verbs are used like other auxiliary verbs. Yeah? Auxiliary, що це таке auxiliary verbs? Do you remember? We have main verbs, основні дієслова, and auxiliary verbs. Допоміжні, правда? Допоміжні, дякую. Так от, modal verbs are used like other auxiliary verbs. It means that we don't need do, did, will, no. For example, negative sentences. You must not touch the wires. You mustn't touch the wires. I couldn't swim when I was 7. We add not to the modal verb. She shouldn't drink so much coffee. These are negative sentences. And now some examples of questions. Can you help me? Will your parents let you go camping? And so on and so forth. So, 3 rules, general rules, that we apply to almost all modal verbs. No to after modal verb, no endings, yes, and no other auxiliary verbs. So, modal verbs function like auxiliary verbs. So, and I'd like to remind you of some contractions. Yeah, modal verbs in negative forms have contractions. Yeah, most of them. Can, cannot, contraction can't, скорочена форма, да? Could not, couldn't, yeah? Won't, wouldn't, shan't, shouldn't, mightn't, mustn't. Yeah? Contractions are widely used in spoken English. So, and then some co-modal verbs, which we are going to talk about today. Most common, найбільш вживані, да, modal verbs. Can, could, may, might, must, have to, need, and should. These modal verbs have the meaning of ability, так, здатність, спроможність, permission, дозвіл, obligation, зобов'язання, обов'язок, necessity, необхідність. Yeah? So, and the first modal verbs we are going to remember today, yeah, are can and could. Such modal verbs as can and could. Yeah, they express the meaning of ability, permission, and possibility. Let's read the examples and see if we understand everything. Yeah, Victoria Parfilko, can you read the examples, please?
Mary can swim quite well now, but last year she could not swim at all.
She couldn't swim at all. Yes, yeah. We are talking about Mary's ability. She can swim, but she couldn't swim. Так, the next sentence, Victoria. 3 sentences for Victoria, and then Angelina will help us, yeah?
He can't ride a horse.
Ride a horse. Absence of ability, yeah? He can't ride a horse. He can't ride a horse.
Simon could read before he started school.
Yes, yeah. Simon had an ability to read before he started school. Thank you. Thank you, Victoria. Angelina? You wanted to...
The teacher says we can come later if we want.
Yeah, the meaning of the modal verb is different. Here we are talking about permission. The teacher says we can come means we are allowed to come. Да? Нам дозволено. Вчитель каже, що ми можемо прийти пізніше. Тут не в значенні, що we can come, yeah, we have 2 legs, so we can come. No, it means that we are allowed to come. Yeah? Permission. Can you see the difference? Відчуваєте різницю? Так?
Так.
One more sentence, Angelina.
Can I use your phone?
Again, we are asking for permission. Can I use your phone? Thank you. And one more meaning, possibility. Tanya Прилуцька. Can you read the examples, please? Так. Юлія, будь ласка.
Possibility. My friend can visit me this week.
It is possible, да? It is possible that my friend can visit me. It is possible that my friend will come to see me, yeah?
The florist can deliver the bouquet earlier.
The bouquet earlier, yeah, can deliver. So it is possible again, yeah? So 3 main meanings, yeah? Ability, can, could, permission, doзвіл, and possibility. Yeah? And a well-known poster which was made at the time of the Second World War, when most of men were at the front in the USA and women had to replace them in factories, plants, so, and the motto was, we can do it, yeah? Modal verb can. Does it mean ability, permission, or possibility?
Ability.
Ability, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Ability. So, and let's practice. Yeah. Let's practice now. There are 11 sentences here. Each of them contains a mistake. Please correct the mistake and then identify the meaning. Whether the sentence, the modal verb is about ability, possibility, or permission. Yulia, can you read the first two sentences, please?
I could to do 50 press-ups with one hand when I was younger.
Mhm.
The mistake is to use цю частичку to.
Yes, we don't need to, yeah, because according to
I
the
could
first,
do. Mhm.
according to the first rule, we remember that we use infinitives without to. Thank you. Yulia, is it ability, possibility, or permission?
Ability.
Definitely. Ability, yeah, past ability. I could do 50 press-ups. One more sentence, Yulia.
Do I can take a day off?
Mhm.
In this sentence, also we needn't to use auxiliary verb do.
We need to
Can
use
I take
yeah.
a day off?
Да, can I take a day off? Yeah, we needn't use.
Here is permission.
Yes, yes, you're right. Excellent. Thank you, Yulia. Михайло, будь ласка, the next two sentences.
He lost the key, so he couldn't get into his flat.
Excellent. We can't use past form of the verb. We need only infinitive. He couldn't get.
Ну,
What
тут
is the meaning
будет
of could
странно,
here?
he had lost, тому couldn't... get, да, просто get.
Get.
То не можно две формы, в прошлой форме не можно два. И тут, ability.
Ability, definitely ability. One more sentence.
It can be difficult to find the taxi at night, so the mistake is you using incorrect form of to be.
Yes, incorrect
And
form of.
this is,
Again, we need
possibility
infinitive. We need an
find
infinitive.
the
Да?
taxi at night. So possibility.
Possibility, yes, yes, it's possible. Thank you. Будь ласка, Ангеліна Волкова. Sentences 5 and 6.
We don't can lift 100 kilos. It's permission, дозвіл.
Дозвіл. Okay, can you correct the mistake?
Maybe or possibility because it's possibility lift. Ну, можливість ліфту підняти максимум 100 кілограм.
Так це possibility тоді чи ability? Чи це наша можливість чи здатність? Що ми не можемо підняти 100 кілограмів? Тобто it's absence of ability. Definitely. It's absence of ability. We can't do it, yeah? Angelina, we can't do it. That's why the right form is we can't lift 100 kilos. Do you remember? We don't need other auxiliary verbs in negative sentences and in questions, yeah? We can't lift. The next sentence, please, Angelina.
You can borrow my book if you need it.
Where is the mistake?
Тут не потрібно закінчення.
Yes. Да. So the right.
You can borrow my book if you need it. It's permission.
Permission. Definitely. It's a permission. Thank you. Who would like to read the next two sentences? Sentence 7 and sentence 8.
I can read.
You're welcome, Yulia.
Your cousin can speak Japanese.
It's a question.
Yeah. We should to start our sentence with can. Can your cousin speak Japanese?
Japanese, yeah, excellent. Can your cousin speak Japanese? And Yulia, in your sentence, you also used a modal verb, but you said we should to start. Can you see any mistake in your sentence?
Could your cousin speak?
No, you said, so you corrected the sentence well, yeah, but you've made a mistake in your sentence. You've used a modal verb should, and you said we should to start. Where is a mistake in your sentence?
I understand. We we should start in. Start.
We should start, definitely. The very first rule, we use infinitives after modal verbs. Infinitives without to. We don't need to, and we don't need any endings. So we should start.
We should start our sentence with can.
Yes.
Can your cousin speak Japanese? Here we talk about ability.
Ability, definitely, yeah. So, sentence 8.
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
He could be, I can go to bed late when I was 17, but I couldn't to drink wine.
There are two mistakes in this sentence. There are two mistakes.
I could go to bed late when I was 17, but I couldn't drink wine.
Excellent. So,
here is possibility and possibility.
Possibility. Can you translate the sentence, please?
Я міг лягати пізно, коли мені було 17, але я не міг вживати вино.
Ну, тобто, it was
Permission.
Permission, definitely. When I was 17, my parents allowed me to go to bed late, yes? But they didn't allow me to drink wine. I wasn't allowed to drink wine. That's why it's a permission. Definitely. Thank you, Yulia. Angelina, будь ласка, the next two sentences.
He could be at home, but I'm not sure. Mistakes, it's we don't use ending s with could.
Yes, yeah. We don't need any endings when we use modal verbs, yeah? So the right sentence sounds like
he could
the right sentence.
at
You said
home, but I'm not sure.
we don't need S, yeah? You said that we don't need S, so the right sentence sounds like, як звучить правильне речення?
He could at home, but I'm not sure.
Could be. Да?
Could be, yes.
Він може бути вдома, but I'm not sure, да? So we need be. We always need the main verb after the modal verb. Yeah? Завжди потрібно основне дієслово після модального. But we don't need S ending. He could be at home. Angelina, what does the verb could mean here? Ability, possibility, or permission?
I think it's permission.
Дозвіл. He could be at home, but I'm not sure. Does it mean that I allow him to be at home? Що я дозволяю йому бути вдома?
Maybe it's possibility.
Possibility, yes, you're right. It's possible that he's at home now. Yeah, he could be at home. Another sentence, please, Angelina.
Excuse me, could I asking you a questions? I think mistakes is we don't use ending in.
ING, так, and the correct sentence is?
Excuse me, could I ask you a question?
What is the meaning?
It's permission. Ну, за саме дозвіл у нас.
Так, yeah. We are asking for a permission. Да, просимо дозволу. Could I ask you a question? And one more sentence, Angelina, the last one. Can you read it for us, please?
It can to get cold at night. I think
to get cold, да?
We don't use to. We don't use to with can.
Yes, yeah. We don't use to after can. We don't use to after can. Yeah, thank you. So it was the first two verbs, yeah? The exercise was about the first two modal verbs, can and could. And you remember that they indicate, вони означають possibility, ability, and permission. Yeah? Let's move on to the next group of modal verbs, may and might. These verbs indicate possibility and permission too. Yeah? And in most cases, may and might are interchangeable when we use them in the meaning of possibility. Yeah? So, but there is a subtle difference. May may expresses a bit more formal or slightly stronger possibility. Yeah? Офіційна, якась офіційна в офіційних ситуаціях, да? Можливість в офіційних ситуаціях. Да? It is possible. And might is slightly less certain and more common in everyday life. Yeah? In everyday speech. It may rain later. I might go to the party. So the meaning is possibility, yeah, possibility. And in these sentences, may and might are interchangeable. In fact, we can say it may rain later or it might rain later. I might go to the party or I may go to the party. Yeah, but we should remember that may is more formal. But may, we use may to express permission. You may use the computer after class. It means I let you do it. I allow you to do it. You may use my computer. Or may I leave early today? We can't use might in the meaning of permission. Only may indicates it. When we speak about the difference between can and may in the meaning of permission, yeah? May is more formal. May is more formal and very, very polite. So let's use these modal verbs to complete the sentences. So choose the correct modal verb, may or might. The meaning is possibility and permission. Yeah, Yulia? Can you read the first sentences, please?
I have a dog as a pet. May I have a dog as a pet?
Yes, the girl is asking the permission, yeah, to have a dog. May I have a dog as a pet?
More polite form.
Yeah. The second sentence, please.
We may go to Italy this summer, but we are not sure yet.
Yes, we are not sure yet. So is the situation formal or just like everyday situation?
Everyday situation.
So that's why it's better to may is possible, yeah, but might is better. Yeah, we might go to Italy this summer, but we are not sure. Yeah? Do you remember may expresses more strict possibility, more slightly stronger possibility, yeah, and might is expresses less strong possibility. Thank you. Будь ласка, Ангеліна. The next two sentences. Can you read the next two sentences, please, for us?
You may borrow my book if you return it tomorrow. It's як це дозвіл.
Дозвіл, молодці, permission, да. You may borrow, it means I allow you to do it. Yeah, it's quite formal permission, quite a formal permission. One more sentence.
He might be at home, but I'm not certain.
I'm not certain, да. He might be at home, but I'm not certain. So, less strict, yeah, possibility. Так, thank you. Михайло? Can you read the next two sentences for us, please?
Вибачте, яке?
Sentence 5.
It rains this evening, so it may rain this evening, or might, so take an umbrella.
Yes, definitely. We can use either may or might, depending on whether the situation is formal or informal. Yeah, it may rain, it might rain. Так, and the next sentence.
You leave early today, but let the teacher know first, may.
May, because we are talking about a permission. Yes. Thank you, Mikhailo. And now, let's change the sentences using may or might to express possibility or permission. For example, it's possible that Anne will be late. I can rewrite the sentence. Anne might be late. Anne might be late. So the next sentence, Tanya Прилуцька. Can you change the second sentence for us, please? Using may or might. Так, okay. Who is ready? Ангеліна Волкова?
Is it okay if I use your phone? We use may, but is permission.
So, and
Is it may okay if I use your phone?
okay, we don't need is it okay, yeah? We just say, may I use your phone?
Да, yes.
Yeah, may I use your phone? Yeah, two options are correct. Is it okay if I use your phone? Or may I use your phone? So, and one more sentence, please, Angelina.
There's a chance that they'll cancel the meeting.
Cancel the meeting, да. There's a chance that they'll cancel a meeting.
We use might.
The situation sounds a bit formal, yeah, because we are talking about the meeting, yeah, якісь збори. So,
there is a chance that they might cancel the meeting.
You repeat the same. There is a chance means they might, да, or they may. They may cancel the meeting, or they might cancel the meeting. Then we don't need this phrase, there is a chance. By using this phrase, we say that there is a possibility. Використовуючи фразу, що є шанс, що вони відмінять зустріч, ми говоримо про можливість. Да? Ми можемо замінити цю фразу модальним дієсловом. They may cancel the meeting. Да, Ангеліна? They may cancel the meeting, or they might cancel the meeting. Так, thank you, Ангеліна. Юля Вікуліна? Sentence 4. Can you change it for us? Please.
Just a moment. Так, sentence 4. It's not certain, but we could see dolphins during the trip. It's not certain, but we may see dolphins during the trip. Ми можемо побачити дельфінів.
Так, when we use may, we mean may or might, we mean there is a possibility, but we are not sure. Yeah? That's why we don't need the first part of the sentence. It's not certain. We can say we may see dolphins during the trip, or we might see dolphins during the trip. These modal verbs mean that there is a chance to do it, yeah, but we are not sure. Just 50-50. We may see or may not. Yeah? So we may see dolphins or we might see dolphins. Так, and one more sentence, Yulia.
Can I go home? May I go home now?
Definitely, may I go home. Is there a difference between can I go home and may I go home, Yulia?
Can I go home? Це більш офіційно, коли ми, відпрашуємося.
Навпаки. May, да, may. May is more formal. Yeah, both sentences are grammatically correct because we can use can in the meaning of permission, да, and we can use may in the meaning of permission. But may is more formal, that's why more polite. Yeah, may I go home? Yeah. So, we've already discussed such modal verbs as can, could, may, and might. Yes? Now let's move on to the next group. Must, have to. Must and have to. These modal verbs indicate obligation. Зобов'язання, обов'язок. Obligation. In some cases, these modal verbs are interchangeable. I must go home now. I have to go home now. But there is a difference between them. We use must when we speak about strong internal obligation. Strong internal, it means that we understand the necessity to do something, yeah? And we are ready to do it, yeah? We understand that it is important for us. It's our internal obligation, yeah? It is more personal options about what it is necessary to do. And it is often more formal or forceful, да? Дуже наполегливо, дуже так жорстко, категорично. Да? Must is very formal and forceful. I must remember to get a present for Daisy. It's my internal obligation. No one makes me to remember no one makes me remember about it, yeah? I must remember. It's my internal obligation. Or passengers must fasten their seat belts. It is formal written notice, yeah? Formal written notice. So it is important to do it. Passengers must fasten their seat belts. And we use have to for external obligation. Якісь зовнішні чинники, які на нас впливають. What somebody in authority has said it is necessary to do. We use have to when we talk about rules, laws, or just outside factors. And have to is more common in everyday speech. Yeah? I have to get up early. My lessons, for example, start at 8, so I have to wake up early. It's external obligation. Or do you have to wear a tie for school? It means, do you have a rule, or does your school have a rule that all guys have to wear a tie? Yeah. So must and have to indicate obligation, висловлюють зобов'язання. Але є різниця. Да? Must is strong internal obligation. I understand that it is better to do it. Yeah? Have to external obligation. Some circumstances make me do it. In many situations, they can be interchangeable. But when we speak about negative forms, these modal verbs have absolutely different meaning. Yeah? Mustn't. We use mustn't for strong prohibition. Yeah? It's prohibited. It's impossible. You're not allowed to do it. Yeah? For example, you mustn't forget to collect your younger brother from school. It means you have no choice. Yeah? You have to remember to do it. Yeah? Or you mustn't park here. It is prohibited to park here. Yeah, it is like written notice. Yeah, and don't have to means there is no obligation. You can do it if you want, but there is you have a choice. Yeah, you can do it or not. Yeah, for example, his lesson starts at 11:20, so he doesn't have to wake up early. If he wants. He can wake up at 5, at 6, whenever he wants. But there is no need to wake up early. He doesn't need. Mustn't заборонено, а needn't немає потреби. Да? There is no obligation. Да? If you don't like him, you don't have to see him again. If you want, you can see him, but there is no need to see him again. So, and let's practice. We have three groups, three columns, and let's complete these columns with the sentences. Yeah? What do you have to do? What you don't have to do and you mustn't do. Yeah? For example, drive on the right side of the road in the UK. Everyone drives on the left. You have to drive. You don't have to drive. Чи you mustn't drive. Таня Прилуцька.
Я вважаю, що must.
Mustn't. You mean mustn't, да?
Так.
Правильно, you mustn't drive. Так, it is forbidden. You mustn't drive on the right because everyone drives on the left. You mustn't drive. It is formal prohibition, yeah? Офіційна заборона. You mustn't drive. Okay? One more sentence, Таня. Use your mobile phone during an exam. You have to use, you don't have to use, or you mustn't use, Таня.
You mustn't.
You mustn't. Yes, you mustn't use. It is prohibited. Yeah, it is prohibited, definitely. Таня Прилуцька, the next two sentences.
Так, pay for the tickets if they are free. Тобто, you don't have to pay for the tickets if they free. Тобто, ви не повинні.
Да, немає потреби, да? Ви можете не платити за квитки. Да? If you want to pay, okay, we're happy to take your money, but you don't have to do it. Yeah? Немає в цьому потреби. One more, please. Wake up early, Tanya. You have to wake
Wake up early tomorrow, it is holiday. You don't have to. Тобто можете і вставати, прокидатися пізно, але немає в цьому потреби. Тобто you don't have to.
You don't have to. Yes, yes, there is no necessity. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Angelina, да?
Yes, complete a lot of exams, study and train to be a doctor. You don't have to.
You don't have to complete a lot of exams, да? You don't have to study. Немає необхідності навчатися, щоб стати лікарем, да?
You have to. You
have to. Yes, yes. It is about external obligation, да? It is a rule that if you want to become a doctor, you have to study a lot, you have to do a lot of exams, you have to have a lot of training. Yes, you have to. Зобов'язаний. Even if you don't want to, yeah? There are some external circumstances that make you do it. You are right. The next, please.
Show your passport or identity card to get on a plane.
Identity.
Identity, it's you have to.
You have to. Now, there is a rule, yeah? There is a rule that if you want to get on a plane, you have to show your identity. Thank you. Mikhailo, please. Call the emergency.
Okay, call the emergency services if you just have the cold. You don't have to call the emergency services if you just have a cold.
In fact, you mustn't call the emergency services, yeah? Emergency services have people who are about to die, yes? And if you call them, if you just have a cold, якщо у вас легенька застуда, а ви дзвоните у швидку, I think you mustn't, да? Заборонено. You mustn't call. Yeah, you can be fined, yeah? Ви можете бути оштрафовані. You don't have to, це немає потреби. Можете дзвонити, а можете ні. It's not a good choice. You mustn't call the emergency service. Yeah? Misha, do you agree with me?
Yes.
And one more sentence, please, Mikhailo.
Touch the wires, it's the you mustn't.
You mustn't. I would say you mustn't. Да, you mustn't також, да? You mustn't touch the wires. Yeah, thank you. Because it is dangerous, yeah, for your health. It is dangerous for your life. You mustn't touch the wires. Official notice, yeah? Yulia, you're welcome.
Finish the project today. The deadline is next week. You have to finish the project today. Типу, ти мусиш закінчити сьогодні.
Сьогодні, тому що крайній термін наступного тижня.
Ну, да. Okay. You don't have to finish the project today.
Yes, definitely. It's a better option because you can finish it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. You have a whole week, yeah? You don't have to. If you want, you can do it. You're welcome, yeah? But you don't have to do it. One more, please.
Be 18 to drive a car in Ukraine. You mustn't be 18. You have to be 18 to drive a car in Ukraine.
Yes, we are speaking about rules, yeah? About rules and regulations. You have to be 18. Thank you. Thank you. Who would like to read the last two sentences, please? Angelina?
Do your homework and upload it to Moodle. You have to.
Yes, it's a rule. It's a university rule. Yeah, you have to do your homework and upload it to Moodle. If you don't want to do it, the circumstances, the teachers, yeah, make you do it. Так, and the last sentence, Angelina?
Cook dinner tonight. We are going to a restaurant. You don't have to.
Yes, you don't, немає потреби, you don't have to. You mustn't, вам заборонено. You have no choice, немає вибору, тільки заборонено і все. А you don't have to, немає потреби, можете робити, а можете не робити. Тобто absolutely different meanings. Якщо у стверджувальних реченнях вони дуже близькі, have to і must, то у заперечних they are absolutely different. Okay, so let's move on to the next modal verb, and it is need. It is need or need to. This modal verb indicates necessity and obligation. In fact, it is a bit tricky. Він трохи хитромудрий такий, tricky, because it can be a modal verb and the main verb. As a modal verb, need is followed by another verb, by the main verb, only in negative sentences and in questions. So it is formal, yeah, and again, it is only questions and negative sentences. You needn't worry about it. Negative sentence, we don't use to because need is a modal verb here. You needn't worry about it. He needn't come home early. So as a modal verb, need follows all the main rules, all the general rules about the modal verbs. Yeah, need I explain it again? Very formal. Need I say more? Yeah, very formal. At the same time, need can be a main verb. And it is used in negative sentences, in affirmative sentences, and in questions. But it always takes to. I need to do it in time. Yeah. She needs to speak to her boss. The sentences are positive. That's why we can't use need as a modal verb here. We didn't need to leave early. Do we need to bring our passports? Need to as the main verb is most common and it is used in all tenses. Need as a modal verb is formal and it is used only in questions and negative sentences. Need as the main verb is more common for everyday English and it can be used in all types of sentences, positive, interrogative, and negative sentences. So let's see how well we understand it. Yeah, fill in the gaps with need or need to in the correct form. Use negatives where necessary. Yulia Vikulina, can I ask you to read the first two sentences?
You need to bring your passport to the airport.
Definitely. Need is the main verb here. That's why it is used with to, because the sentence is positive. You need to bring your passport to the airport. You're right. The second sentence?
She needn't, she need,
you're right, you're right.
She needn't worry so much. Everything will be fine. Negative sentence, that's why we need needn't.
We need as a modal verb. Yeah, we need as a modal verb. She needn't worry so much. Yeah, thank you. Mikhailo, будь ласка. Sentences 3 and 4.
I finish this report by Friday. I need to finish this report by Friday.
Positive sentence. They say only need to. The fourth?
Yes. He get up early tomorrow. It's his day. He doesn't need to get up early tomorrow. It's his day off.
Yes, you're right. But can we use need as a modal verb here?
Pardon? Я не розумію, що ви маєте на увазі.
You said he doesn't need to get up early tomorrow. So you used need as the main verb. Can we use need as a modal verb here? Can we say he needn't get up early tomorrow? Is it okay?
Звісно, все ж граматично правильно. Doesn't need, needn't. Що тут такого?
So it is possible, yeah?
Звісно, так.
Звісно, так. That was my question. So two variants are possible. He doesn't need to, or he needn't get up. Yeah, because the sentence is negative and we can use need as a modal verb here. And be careful, we don't need any S endings. He needn't get up early tomorrow. Do you remember modal verbs do not need any endings or to, yeah, after them. He needn't get up. Thank you, Михайло. Thank you. Ангеліна, будь ласка. Sentences 5 and 6.
We clean the house before the guests arrive.
Yes, да, before the guests. We need to, did you say we need to clean? Yeah?
We need to clean.
Well done, well done.
You talk to him if you don't want to. You need to talk to him if you... no. You need talk to him if you don't...
Да? You needn't, negative.
You needn't, yes.
You needn't talk to him if you don't want to. Is it okay to say you don't need to talk to him? Is it okay?
No, because you don't want to.
So you don't, I mean negative, definitely the sentence is negative. You don't need to talk to him. Yeah? We can say you needn't talk to him as a modal verb, you needn't talk, and we can use the negative form of the main verb. You don't need to talk to him. You don't need to talk to him. Yes?
Yes.
Повертаємося. Давайте, дивіться. Як модальне дієслово need використовується лише у заперечних реченнях і у питальних. You needn't worry. А як основне дієслово, воно також може використовуватися у заперечних реченнях, але форма інша. Didn't need or don't need because it can be used in all tenses. Two variants are okay. Two variants. Yeah? But if we use needn't, it means that our sentence is more formal. If we use don't need to, it means that our sentence is very common. Yeah? Very common and very typical for modern English. That's why two options are okay. Yeah? So, sentences 7 and 8. Who would like to read them? Таня Прилуцька. Can you read sentences 7 and 8, please?
They need to be so rude to the waiter. Що?
To the waiter. So they need to be. They needn't be.
Так, need to be, я таке обрала.
Needn't, Танюша, needn't. Дивіться, їм не потрібно, не треба бути такими неввічливими з офіціантами. Да? They needn't be. Ми ж не можемо комусь сказати, будь неввічливим. Да? They needn't be so rude to the waiter. Negative sentence. Да? They needn't be. Or they don't need to be. The sentence should be negative. Yeah? Таня, can you read sentence 8, please?
Теж тут буде I needn't go to the doctor, I'm feeling much better now. Тобто я почуваю себе краще і не потрібно до доктора.
Да, I needn't go to the doctor. I needn't go to the doctor. Is it okay to say I don't need to go to the doctor? Can we say it? Can we use need as the main verb? Чи можемо need тут використати як основне дієслово?
Ні, тому що основне дієслово тут буде go.
Основне дієслово мається на увазі немає потреби. Так? Пам'ятаєте, я казала, що дієслово need дуже таке непросте, тому що воно може виступати як модальне, а може виступати як основне. Різниці в значенні майже немає. Відмінність в тому, що як модальне дієслово need є дуже офіційним, і воно все менше і менш вживається. А як основне дієслово need вживається в повсякденному мовленні, але після себе воно потребує інфінітиву з часткою to. От в цьому різниця. Заперечні речення з модальним дієсловом будуються he needn't, наприклад, come early, або I needn't go to the doctor. А заперечні речення з need to, як з основним дієсловом, будуються за всіма правилами основного дієслова. Да? Наприклад, там I don't have a bike, у мене немає велосипеда. Don't, да? Допоміжне, have основне. I don't have a bike. У мене немає потреби йти до лікаря. I don't need, а потім to go to the doctor. I don't need to go to the doctor. Both variants are okay. The difference is in grammar. Та? Різниця в граматиці. Як need, need як модальне дієслово. Doesn't have to. And need як основне дієслово has to be used with to. Має використовуватися з to. На іспиті, звичайно, у вас не буде такого варіанту, що вам треба вибрати між needn't і I needn't go to the doctor і I don't need to go to the doctor. Буде якийсь один правильний варіант. Але ми маємо знати два правильні варіанти, тому що може бути або перший, або другий. Або I needn't go to the doctor, або I don't need to go to the doctor. Таніша, is it clear?
Yes, I get it. Так.
Okay, very good. Чудово. And choose the correct option. Давайте тут оберемо правильний. Вікторія Парфилко. Can you read the first two sentences, please?
You, так, зараз. Так, be quiet in the library. Я все одно дуже запуталася з цим всім, але
Дивіться.
ну хай буде you.
Окей, Вікторія, дивіться, давайте спробуємо перекласти речення.
Ну, ти маєш бути, забула quiet, це зосереджений чи розумний, не пам'ятаю.
Маєш тихо себе поводити, да?
Так, тихий, забула це слово. Тихий в
Да.
бібліотеці.
Is the sentence, перше, що нам треба визначити, is the sentence, is it an affirmative sentence or negative? Interrogative. Це стверджувальне речення, питальне чи заперечне?
Ну, стверджувальне.
Стверджувальне. Дивимося на наше модальне дієслово need. Коли воно використовується? Лише в questions and negative sentences. Да? Значить, воно нам не підходить, тому що наше речення positive, да? Affirmative sentence. Значить, нам потрібно need to. Ой, значить, як ми скажемо?
Ну, значить, я вгадала. Need to be quiet in the
Правильно,
library.
you need to be quiet in the library. Угу. Просто need не підходить, бо модальне дієслово вживається лише у negative sentences and questions. I need to is also wrong because we don't need auxiliary verbs. Нам не потрібні допоміжні дієслова. Да? Так, the second sentence, Вікторія.
Так, we live yet. Так, we зараз. Don't need live yet.
Заперечне речення, да? А якщо заперечне речення,
Needn't to можна, звісно, ну.
можна needn't, але ж після нього як модальне to не вживається.
Так, тоді don't need. Ну.
Don't need. Тобто тут need вживається як основне дієслово, да? І відповідно ми утворюємо заперечні речення згідно з усіма правилами основних дієслів. Допоміжне don't need, а потім infinitive with to. We don't need to live yet. Немає необхідності зараз іти. Да? Так, thank you, Вікторія. Ангеліна, будь ласка, sentences 3 and 4.
She explained everything again. I think it's variant, it's letter C. Oh,
Ой.
it's letter A because we don't use letter B, тому що ми не використовуємо to після needn't.
Молодці.
І doesn't need, ну це
Потрібне, а після doesn't need необхідне to. So A is, variant A is the right one. She doesn't need to explain everything again. You're right, you're right. One more, please.
She called her parents tonight. It's positive sentences. I think we use letter A. Maybe it's letter A.
Тоді, you're right, the sentence is positive and it means that need is not a modal verb here. Да? Need – це не модальне дієслово тут. А якщо воно не модальне, значить
B.
be. Да. Немодальне дієслово завжди йде з to. а модальне ніколи з to не йде. От в цьому різниця. Так? She needs to call her parents tonight. Thank you, Таня. Будь ласка, Михайло, sentence 5.
They worry about the weather. It's going to be sunny. They don't need to. І needn't to, бо тому що у нас повинна бути частинка to, але вона є тільки в be, а в A немає. Тому they needn't to worry about the weather. It's going to be sunny, so letter B.
Так, заплуталися трошки. Давайте ще раз повертаємося. Needn't. Да?
Я знаю, що це формальний контекст, але у нас повинна стояти частинка to. А у нас її в варіанті А немає. Тому залишається методом виключення лише B. Інакше
Needn't to, Михайло, такого не буває в природі. Needn't.
they don't need worry, they don't need to work. Окей.
Правильно,
Чому
да.
тоді
І що залишається? Залишається C. Залишається need як модальне дієслово. Після модальних дієслів ми не використовуємо частку to. They needn't worry. Зрозуміли, Михайло? Дивіться, ми не можемо використати A, тому що we need to. You're right. They don't need to worry. Це неправильний варіант. Ми не можемо використати needn't, тому що після модальних to не йде. Залишається лише один. They needn't worry. Речення заперечне. Need вжити тут як модальне дієслово, і воно підкорюється усім правилам модальних дієслів. They needn't worry. Is it clear, Михайло? I think we need more practice, yeah? We need more practical exercises, but we need to practice more, yeah? Next time we'll do some other exercises with the help of the verb to find out how to use need and need to correctly, yeah? But at home you will have an opportunity to look through the presentation again, to analyze the rules, yeah, and to do some online exercises to practice the use of need and need to. So, and the last verb for today is should. Yeah, we use should to give advice and to make some suggestions. Yeah, you should take a break and relax. You should exercise more. You shouldn't worry. No to. Yeah, you shouldn't talk to people like that. Yeah, advice and suggestions. So, and choose should or shouldn't to complete each sentence. Angelina, can you read the first two sentences, please?
Yes. You shouldn't eat so much junk food. It's bad for your health.
You're right. And please.
I think we should call her now. It's already midnight.
Is it should or shouldn't? Shouldn't, yeah, because it's too late. Yeah. Tanya, будь ласка, the next two sentences. Thank you, Angelina. Tanya?
Thank you. He should see a doctor about that coach. Should forget to bring the passport.
They should forget, they shouldn't, Танюш.
They should.
Тобто їм слід забути принести паспорт із собою.
Ні. Їм слід не забути. Тоді
Значить, they shouldn't. Так, they shouldn't forget. Thank you. Thank you, будь ласка, Юлія.
You should apologize if you did something wrong. If he wants to lose weight, he shouldn't cut down on sugar.
He shouldn't cut down on sugar.
Він не повинен їсти багато, їсти цукор.
Cut down, what is that? Cut down. Cut down means...
прибрати. He should cut down on sugar.
Yeah, definitely. We need a positive form. Yeah, he should cut down on sugar. Yes, excellent. So, and the last exercise for today, finish the sentences using your advice. Yeah. If you are tired, you should, Mikhailo, if you are tired, you should do what?
If you are tired, you should lie on your bed.
Okay, you should lie and relax. Yeah. Relax. Yeah, thank you. Good advice. One more sentence, Misha.
People shouldn't.
Very general. People shouldn't.
People shouldn't complain about their Ну, якщо що завгодно можна придумати, в принципі.
You're welcome. People shouldn't complain.
Да.
People shouldn't complain about weather because any weather is okay.
It's correct.
Yeah, correct. Thank you, Mikhailo. Victoria, when you are sick, you should. When you are sick means when you are poorly, коли погано себе почуваєте, коли захворіли. When you are sick, you should do what?
No, you should go to the hospital.
And you should go to hospital, or you should go to hospital, you should drink more water, for example, yeah? Before an exam, Victoria, you shouldn't. What advice would you give to your friends? Before an exam, you shouldn't
Study all materials. You shouldn't, перепрошую, я думала, все побачила. Shouldn't, зараз.
Shouldn't forget.
Shouldn't forget, yeah, to revise,
All
everything.
the material.
Yes, yeah. Maybe before an exam, you shouldn't study all night long because in the morning you'll feel very sleepy and you wouldn't be able to do your best, yeah, the exam. Thank you. Yulia, to stay healthy, you should.
To stay healthy, you should go to bed at 22 o'clock in the evening.
At 10, yeah, better to say at 10 p.m. Yeah, at 10 p.m. I absolutely agree with you. Very good advice. Tanya, будь ласка, the last sentence.
If you want to improve your English, you should more practice.
You should practice more. Thank you. Thank you very much. You should really practice more. So, the presentation will be uploaded to the university site. You'll be able to look it through again, yeah, to do the exercises. So, and here we have a table. You'll be able to look it through and recap everything, yeah. When we use modal verbs can, could, may, might, must, with all the rules and some examples, yeah. So, and there are a lot of online tests which you can do, the tests with the answers, yeah. Please practice, because the more we practice, the better. And here are the answers to the exercises, yeah, which you can use. So, thank you for your participation today.